So I just went to Lowe's to get a piece of plywood for the hinge extension. And this is how we have to haul 4x8 sheets in our okay, right now I'm working on the floor extension that will fold down when the seats are all the way forward. That way I have enough room to sleep, because again, I'm so tall. So I've got it, took some measurements, got it laid out, used a couple cans to do some radiuses, and we'll see how that goes. Well, there it is. Let's see if it fits. Should probably clean that mess out, but you know, catching on the seatbelt. Yep, I'm gonna have to turn you off. I don't know if it's gonna, it's a little tight right there, but it tapers away, so I think we're gonna be okay. All right, so I've got it cut. I've got a piece of scrap here just screwed on so I can hold it at the right level. So when I put it in place here, so I've got my legs, hopefully they're lined up right. I'll put it in there and see if there's any adjustments. All right, so it's in. Seats are all the way forward. Sorry about the lighting. Again, sorry about the lighting. Let me go to the back. So I'm anxious to crawl in there and see how this goes. Screws are sticking through a little bit right there, so it just takes a grinder to grind those down. Plus there's going to be some sort of covering on this. I haven't figured out what it's going to be yet. And there might be a serious flaw in my design though. We'll get back to that later. Okay, so it's roughly in. This is the first time I've actually let's go around and make sure that other leg came down. Not completely, but it's not a big deal. Alright, so screws came through a little bit. I need to grind those down, but this isn't even screwed down yet. But so the big issue is, when I first went for it, I was going to put the bed over here, and then I got sidetracked and decided, oh, I'll put the bed down the middle, forgetting that that's 6 inches shorter in the middle. So I crawled in there and laid down, and I think I can live with it. You know, I think I can definitely stretch out like this. It just means that I might have to put some cushions to the right or left of that thing. And oh, you know what? I'll put my head down here and put my feet down there, and then I won't be hitting my head on that thing, and my feet can just kind of, but that kind of defeats the purpose of, I haven't shared with you yet, but I wanted to do a shelf across the back, that when my head was down there, my feet could go under, and it would just give me more shelving, and it would actually be a lot of kitchen stuff in here that I could pull out and, you know, cook underneath the tailgate or the lift gate. Anyway, I'm committed, and I ain't gonna get any more floor space out of this thing. And again, if I put my bed here, then I get no floor space to sit down. Unless I did 15 inches and then did one of those slide out things for another 15 inches. That would give me 30 and then a 15-inch crawl space here. Just a little space, but then when I push it in, I could sit down. But when the bed's out and in sleep mode, I really can't sit up unless I, like, you know, if I did on this side, I'd have to crawl over into that corner. Gotta make a decision before we put any more cabinets up. So I've decided that these cabinets are going to go in all the way. They're going to go, like, you know, 13 inches further than those cabinets, so I can maximize space. And then I'm going to cut that right about there so that if I'm driving, I can fold down the passenger side and have room, especially if I want to haul something that's, you know, 8 feet long. It'll actually go through here. Or is it 6 feet? Maybe it's 6. Yeah. And then 8-footers can go and through that little nook right there if I ever need to haul some 8-footers. I know that for a fact because I've ran boards up there before and used them as an armrest. So again, the driver's side cabinets will come all the way up to here, and then that way there'll be no access to that left rear door. Yeah, so you'll have to come in through here. And then, well, shoot, let me go put the seat forward over here. That went down by itself. Just got to do a little adjustment here. A little adjustment there. And there you have it. So I realized if I ran the cabinets all the way, like, you know, up there, I've laid down in here. I'm not going to record that. You don't want to see that. I can kind of just put my feet down here, put my head down there, which means I'm going to take my mattress, kind of jog around the corner a little bit. I think that's really the only solution. The only downside to that is getting in and out. You can be climbing on that mattress, but maybe I can make it a separate piece that I can, you know, put aside somewhere, and when I go to bed I'll put it down. That way I have kind of a entryway mudroom, micro mudroom. These are all things I'll learn as I start to use it. And, you know, it's not the end of the world. I enjoy fiddling with this stuff, so if the design doesn't work out, then I change it. I think what I'm going to do next is, there's not many screws in this right now holding anything down, so I'm going to take it all out and do some insulation. So that should be next. So I got a sheet of this 3/4 inch foam, you know, foil mylar on one side, and I'm gonna start piecing that in. Simple as that. I'll have at it. Well, I got the easy bits in, and I'll start tweaking out on some of these more intricate pieces. Alright, for the floor it's all done. As far as cutting them to size, I'm I've got a roll of foil tape. I'm going to seal up the seams. Everything forward of that is, there's an air gap, so that doesn't need to be insulated. And then I'll start doing the reflectics up in here and around there. Okay. Got the styrofoam in between all the slats, and I had some foil tape, so I sealed that off. And now I'll start messing around with the reflectics. Alright, I started with the window. I taped some paper on there and then just like rubbed the sharp corner to make an impression on the paper, and transferred it onto the reflectics and painted the side facing out black, so you can't tell that there's reflectics in the window. I do want this to be reasonably stealth, so see if I can get that in and bring you guys along with me. There's a little gap like under there, and I'm going to try. There we go. So, you know what? This is going to take two hands, so I'll check back in with you when and if I get it going. But that's where we're at. Well, that's in. And let me flip around here. I just threw my boards in so I could work. I haven't screwed them down yet, but one window done. I'm going to keep going on this side since the cabinet's done on this side. So my strategy on insulating the inside there is basically I'm winging it. Just cutting pieces and spray adhesive. I use the 3M77. It's a contact adhesive. It's working pretty good. I think after I get it all pieced in there, I might skin the whole thing with Reflectix and spray adhesive, just to make it all one piece, or aluminum tape. I'm just getting low on aluminum tape and not sure if I want to go buy any more. Still trying to do this on a budget, but at some point I'm going to start running out of materials. See if I can get up in there a little bit. Let me move this light. I know I'm going to cast a shadow here. So at some point it ends, and I got to figure out a way to keep going. But some is better than none. So I'll do the best I can. And the wheel wells I'll probably skin with Reflectix as well. Spray adhesive, put a layer of spray adhesive and get the Reflectix down. But that's all I'm going to do tonight.